Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to today's yoga class. We have a 60-minute practice ahead of us. There was a request for some like wrist, hand, finger stretching and love, and also core. So, wow, Carl just gave me a look. If you're like also giving me a look, don't worry. I made the main flows of class a little more simple so that we can focus our energy on a core section. So this is not going to be like a really hard class and then also a core section, but you can think of it as an opportunity to like really focus on the muscles that help hold you powerfully in all the other positions that we do. So if you love core, great. If you hate core, please stick with it. There'll be something for you there. We're going to begin sitting, doing some alternate nostril breathing. So if you want to go wash your hands real quick, blow your nose, grab some hand sanitizer, and then find a comfy place to sit. If you like to sit on the ground or on a block, go for it. If you're going to be more comfortable sitting in a chair or even on the couch, this is going to be about 3 minutes of actual silent breath work. So do what you need to do. I'm going to start the playlist now if you are following along. And make your way to your seated position to start some alternate nostril breathing. I will stay this close to the camera to walk you through the first few so you can see. And then I'll go find my own seat. So get yourself nice and comfy, sit so that your spine is long. Maybe that means putting something behind your back for more support. Maybe that means sitting on something to lift up your hips. So this might be a little challenging, but it shouldn't be taking so much of your attention that you can't relax. Maybe close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. And before we start the alternate nostril breathing practice, notice what's happening with your natural breath right now. Observe where you feel the breath moving in your body. Observe any tension or spaciousness you feel through the neck, the chest, the shoulders. And take a big breath in through both nostrils. And let a big, slow sigh out your mouth. We'll do 2 more like that. Breathe in, nice and slow. Let it go. 1 more, big breath in. Big breath out, let your shoulders relax. Now raise your right hand up to your face. Use your thumb to plug your right nostril and then release just your ring finger. Maybe your pinky comes too. You'll use your ring finger to plug the other nostril, never at the same time. So with the right nostril plugged, sitting up nice and tall, breathe in through the left nostril. Plug left, exhale out the right nostril. Good. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left nostril. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug right, exhale left. Keep going on your own. Let the breath be slow and full. And see if you can make your inhales and exhales of equal length. Observe where you might relax more through your body. Can you reach the top of your head just a little more towards the sky? Really giving a lot of space for the breath to be moving. You're doing great. There's no rush. Just stick with the breath. If you mess up, forget where you are, just start again. All right, take one more full, slow round of this breath, exhaling out your left nostril when you're all done. No rush. If you've finished up your last breath, just give yourself a couple more deep, slow breaths, noticing what it feels like to breathe through both nostrils again. Observing the way the breath feels after just a couple moments of focused breath. Good, and you can blink your eyes open. Come have a seat on the floor if you're not there now. Sitting in whatever way is most comfortable to you. We're just gonna start with some simple side bends. So as you breathe in, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, we're going to the right. You might tent your right fingertips on the ground so you can reach up and over with the left hand. Use as much support as you need from this arm near the floor so you can really open up through your left side body. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Use your core. Bring yourself back to center. Both arms reach high. Inhale. And as you exhale, take it the other way. Left hand for support. Stretching through the right side. Breathe in here. And a big breath out. We'll flow between these shapes now, something to activate through the core just a little. Breathe in, come to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the left. Good job. One more round. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Nice and easy. Good. Breathe in, come to center. Exhale, twist to your right. This hand, left hand comes to the right thigh. Right hand might come behind you, might just reach backwards, even if it doesn't touch the floor. Think about this twist happening from above your belly button. And maybe you use your hand against your thigh for a little gentle pressure, just gently pulling yourself a little deeper. Breathe in, grow taller. And as you breathe out, use your core, deepen the twist 1%. Good. Inhale, return to center, reach high. Exhale, twist to the left, using your core, then using your hands. Give yourself a couple of breaths here, getting used to the shape. Sitting as tall and proud as you can, activating your core to keep you feeling supported here. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Return to center. We're going to be sitting for 2 more things. That works for you. Next is some love for the hands. Clasp your hands together. We're just going to start to draw some crazy eights, just lubricating the wrist joint. Go a little more slowly than you're going right now, so you can really notice the way this feels through both wrists. Switch directions. Keep breathing. Good, and when you're all done, give your wrists a light shake, and then give me mime hands. I want you to keep your arms and elbows relaxed, but fingers are active, actively reaching up and out. Just take a moment to breathe here with active fingers, noticing how this feels. So you're stretching, reaching, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, gently draw your hands into fists. These don't need to be super hard fists, but we're gonna build pressure as we go. So breathe in, stretch and lengthen the hand. And exhale, draw them into little bear claw fists, maybe a little tighter. We're gonna do 2 more. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, claw and close. Good, last one. Inhale, explode open. Exhale, claws and then close. Good, so you're holding a tight fist here. Take a big breath in with a tight fist. And a big breath out with the tight fist. The bottom of your exhale, let your hands relax and shake them out. A little bit of activation. Now we'll do a little bit of stretching. So keep your arms where they were. Maybe your arms are like sort of a W. Shoulders don't need to be working super hard here. These are stretches for the fingers and they're gonna feel crazy. So start with your really wide fingers. You're doing crazy mime hands again. Bring your pinky to touch your thumb or as close as it will to touch. And think about sending the other 3 fingers, the 3 extended fingers, really far apart from each other and really wide. Good, breathe in. As you exhale, release. So all 5 fingers are back out. Good, do the next finger in, maybe the ring finger. As it touches your thumb, then think about extending all the other fingers longer and further apart. Breathe in. And breathe out, release. Let's go to the middle finger here. Just noticing what feels different sensations in each finger through the wrist. Breathe in. And breathe out, release. We'll do pointer finger to thumb, stretching all the other fingers. Ooh. Breathe in. And breathe out, release. And then on your own now we'll go back out. So middle finger here. Give yourself a breath on each finger. Move really slowly, stretching. Ooh, those pinkies, man. What are they doing all day? Nothing. That's what. All right, when you're all done, give your wrists a shake. And we'll do 2 stretches for the forearms, and then we'll get moving. So start by holding your hand out like you're asking for a piece of candy. And then with your other hand, you're gonna tug the fingers back. This is a big stretch for the underside of your forearm. You don't need to do much for this stretch to be beneficial. Maybe you actually loosen your grip a little bit. It's easy to overdo it here. Take 2 more breaths. Good, release that side. Let's do the other hand. So other arm goes out like you want a piece of candy. And then fingers back. I wasn't like a kid who got a lot of candy, and I'm not really an adult who eats a lot of candy, so it is unclear to me where that random association came from. Thanks, brain. Take 2 more breaths here, stretching through the left underside of the forearm. Nice, and then release. Go back to the first arm. Hold out your hand like you're being given a little kiss. And same thing here, put your thumb in the middle of your palm and then use the pressure of your other hand to tug your fingers back towards your wrist. So the pressure of the thumb in the middle of your palm can just help you get a little traction. This is a stretch for the top of the wrist. Move around a little till you find the place where it feels best to you. 2 breaths here. And when you're done, release that side gently, and we'll go to the other side. Hand out, grab the fingers, position them however you need so you can tug down and then towards your body. Take 2 more breaths. And release. All right, give your hands a little shake. The last one is a stretch for along the side of the thumb, which for those of us who type all day, you might be really feeling. So for this, with your right hand, you're gonna tuck your thumb in. You see that, Carl? Tuck your thumb in, but you don't need to be squeezing it really tight. And then you're just gonna push this down towards the ground. This is a stretch. I learned this when my wrist was hurting. This is your ulna. It's a little bit, you can find a stretch that goes up into your forearm. It might take you like a minute to be like, how far on my thumb do I hold? Where does the point? But it's kind of this like tennis racket. You can't see, my hand is moving in one plane. Stretch here. And then we'll do the other hand. You might shake out your hands for a moment. Gently tuck the thumb in and push down. So here on this hand, I'm feeling it along the top of the hand. And if you're really not feeling much sensation, that's okay. You might not have overworked hands in this particular way. So I hope that helps. All right, we're gonna meet in child's pose. Thank you for taking some time to give your hands some love. These are things that you can be doing all the time, every day while you're at your desk, and they make a big difference. Make a big difference in how comfy your hands feel in shapes like down dog or even tabletop. But they also just make a big difference in if you're experiencing pain through your hands from typing or texting, just to relieve some of that. Give your hands a chance to move in a way they don't usually. So here in child's pose, find 3 big full breaths, grounding yourself, feeling the earth beneath you. Notice how your palms feel after a little time spent focusing on the hands. Notice your fingers. And the next time you breathe in, crawl your fingertips over to one side, finding a big stretch through your side body. Take 2 breaths here. And crawl your way through center and off towards the other side. 2 more breaths, opening up along the other side body. Good. Gently return to center. You might press yourself up into like tabletop child's pose where your pressure is in your hands. You can start to wiggle your hips. There's no wrong way to do this. Start to find some side-to-side motions through the hips that feel good to you. Just starting to check in with the hip flexors. Notice how the hips are feeling today. And we're going to make our way to tabletop. So take your time here, maybe pushing up a little more each time, maybe spending a little more time on one side. We'll all meet together in tabletop in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Tabletop is where we meet, all 4s, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Already here we're active, fingers are spread wide, we're pushing down and then energetically hugging the front body up to meet the back. This might feel a little bit like bracing your core. So if someone came and pushed on you, you wouldn't move side to side, you're not flopping all over the place. And from this steady foundation, we can practice some cat and cow to loosen up the spines as you breathe and drop your belly, lift your chin. And as you exhale, round and curl, push your hands down, lift your heart up through your back. Find several more rounds of this on your own, linking breath to movement. Maybe you open and close your mouth here, bring some movement toward the jaw, to the face, working out any tension from the day. Nice job. When you finished up your last round, we'll meet in tabletop again. Plant your left palm towards the middle of your mat. As you breathe in, reach your right fingertips up to the sky. And as you exhale, tuck the right arm under the left, like you're going all the way to thread the needle, but then pause. So you're reaching with the right arm, you're hovering right shoulder, right arm off the ground. Feel your core engage here just a little bit to hold you in this active twist. And now we'll flow this 3 times. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, tuck and hover, use your core here. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, tuck and hover. Nice job. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck and hover just for a moment, then release your stretch and to thread the needle. You can rest right head, right shoulder on the ground. Find what you need here to open up along the back of the right shoulder blade, right upper back. 3 breaths. Good. Move the left hand back to the center of the mat. Inhale, reach right arm high. Exhale, tabletop. Let's find that on the other side. Right hand or maybe your fist to the center of the mat. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, tuck and hover. Feel the way your core is working to twist and then hold you here. Notice if it might feel just a little different on this side. Maybe the right arm is feeling different. Reach through your left fingertips here. And now we'll flow. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, tuck and hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck and hover. Great job. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck and hover just for a moment and then release into the stretch. Rest your side of your head, your shoulder on the ground. Take 3 breaths to your upper back here, softening wherever you can. Nice job. Bring your right hand back to the earth. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, tabletop. Good. Last thing on our hands and knees, we're going to do some bird dogs. We're actually going to incorporate these into our Sun A flow here in just a minute to work on balance and coordination as well as strength and stability. What up? All right, to start, send your right toes straight back. Lift your left arm so it's in line with the rest of your body. And then play with lifting the right leg up so it is also in line with the rest of your body. Notice if you are opening this hip. See if you might keep your hips in line with each other. Lift more with the back of your hamstring and your glute than just the foot. And then real quick, before we start moving here, check in with the low back. Could you use your core to support the low back more? However that feels for you. Good. Reach the left fingertips forward again. Breathe in and lengthen arm and leg. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Crunch up nice and small. Cat your back. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Move slow like you're moving through molasses. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee with control. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Nice job. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, and then release. Beautiful job. Let's do the other side. Left toes go straight back. Right arm reaches up. Think about lifting your left leg from the hamstring. And then think about using your strong left heel to kick the wall behind you down and over. Big bad wolf style. Good. Support your low back by hugging in your core. The difference you'll feel is big arch in the low back versus stable and secure through the body. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, nice and slow, elbow to knee. It's okay if they don't touch. Inhale, lengthen as long as you can. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more, here we go, breathe in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, kick down the wall behind you. Exhale, elbow to knee, last one, make it your best. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, finish hard, and then release. Good, keep your hands right where they are in tabletop, tuck your toes underneath, lift just your knees. So you're in hovering tabletop here. If you're feeling like you're collapsing down towards the ground, push your hands into the earth, hug your front body up to meet your back, and then energetically hug your hands and knees towards each other. Do you feel that? Woo, take a breath in. Exhale, step back to high plank. Nothing changes but your legs. Good. Keep hugging your hands and your feet towards each other. Take 1 big breath in. As you exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Good. Notice how this feels along the backs of your legs, your calves, even your Achilles. It's okay to keep your knees really generously bent. You might be pedaling out your feet, maybe surfing your heels from one side and then to the other. Just checking in with the back of the legs, the low back here. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tippy toe your way to ragdoll. See how far you're able to tiptoe using your core, balancing a little on your hands, and when you've had enough, release into ragdoll. Knees can be really bent, feet can be as wide as feels good. Well, I want you to let your spine decompress here. So if you think you're relaxing your head and your neck, can you relax them even more? Maybe for a little help, you kind of cradle the back of your head and gently tug the top of your head closer towards the ground. Maybe you're swaying side to side, manifesting space across the low back. Nice job. Release your hands away from your head. Bring your hands to your hip creases. Bend your knees really generously. Lift yourself up to stand. Nice. Make your way to the front of your mat. We're going to start moving with our sun salutation, a flow. I mentioned it was a little different. Instead of going like high plank onto our bellies, we're going to go to tabletop and then do one bird dog in each direction, hovering tabletop, and then down dog. So I will walk you through it, but find a powerful, confident standing position at the front of your mat. Spread your toes wide, equal weight in both feet. Draw that energy up through your strong legs. Feel stable through your hips, through your glutes. Activate your core as you breathe and reach both hands up high. And as you exhale, bend to your right. Reach first up, then over. So big, powerful side bend. You might interlace your hands or just keep them open towards the side. Good. Use your core to support you here. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, powerful side bend to the left, bumping the hips to the right. Reach up, then over. Keep your arms active if you can. Fingers are active. So good. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend. Think about lifting your heart. Firm your glutes for support. Maybe you open your arms like a cactus here, offering your heart to the sky. Take another breath in. Take another breath out. Good. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, melt down. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, tabletop. It's different this time. Inhale, reach left arm, right foot, or whatever combo happened to you. Exhale, crunch and release. Good. Inhale, other arm and leg, reach. Exhale, crunch. Good. Inhale, find hovering tabletop. Activate your hands and knees. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Let's flow through that now 2 times, matching breath to movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, reach high. Exhale, bend to the right. Keep your glutes strong. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the left. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend, lift your heart. Inhale, mountain, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, tabletop, setting up for your first bird dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee and release. Inhale, other side. Exhale, crunch and release. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Exhale, high plank to downward dog. Last time through, you got it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, powerful side bend, right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale to the left. Keep your core turned on this whole time. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, bird dog of your choice. Exhale, crunch and release. Other side, inhale. Exhale, crunch. Good. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Exhale, high plank to downward facing dog. Nice job. Inhale, take a big breath. Exhale, let it go. Let's move on. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down and back. Reach the arms up. Good. Keep breathing here. You're here holding, building stability through the lower body. See if you might use your core a little more here. Can you hug your belly button to your spine and then lengthen your spine? Good. Relax your shoulders a little. Maybe you bring your hands to heart center if that feels better. Good. Take 2 breaths here. Just staying still and strong. You got it. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank, then lower to your belly. You might go through your knees first. Slide your palms down to your lowest ribs. Inhale, cobra pose. Peel just your heart up. Keep breathing. Cricket your elbows behind you to lift your chest up and forward. Think about the back of your neck being long. Maybe gaze straight down at your mat so your neck isn't all cricked up. Take 1 more breath in. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, kick the right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. You might take some circles, maybe just let gravity drag your heel towards the floor. You're here for just a little longer. You're doing great. You're building a lot of strength through your arms here. Good. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. It's okay to take a couple steps to get there. Plant your left hand or your left fist. Inhale, twist. Reach the right arm high. Good. Pause here. Strengthen your base. Squeeze your extended leg. Squeeze your left glute. Think about pinching your shoulder blades together behind you to open your heart up towards the sky. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, low lunge. Spin your back foot down, going straight to warrior 2 as you breathe in. Give yourself a second to get situated. Commit yourself to a stance that feels the right amount of challenging for today. I find that I'm accidentally like way too extended because it feels awesome, but you're not getting all the benefits of building strength through your inner thighs that way. So maybe you challenge yourself to actually wiggle your foot a little closer today. And now activate, hug your heels towards each other. Energetically send this inner inseam of your pants back behind you. Good. And with your arms, gently hug your shoulder blades together. But then from this heart center where you feel all this heat building, send energy out through your fingertips. Maybe give them a little wiggle. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe today you rest the arm on the leg, invitation to make this your own. I want you to think about what your core is doing here. Even if you rest your arm on your leg, how can you still be hugging yourself in a 360-degree core way so you feel a little more stable here? Good. Keep this lunge. You got it. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reaching up, maybe back. Recommit to the lunge. Embrace the way that it burns. Don't try to escape it. Breathe through it. Can you relax your shoulders more and create more space in the right ribs with this big side bend? Breathe in. Breathe out, cartwheel down to high plank, and then with control, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's do the other side nice and slow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip, find what you need here. If you find this really challenging, that's okay. You don't have to open up your hips as much. Think about clawing at the mat with your hands, pushing down, finding stability through both shoulders. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, take your time. Right hand or fist to the mat, inhale, twist. And when you reach the top of your twist, pause, bring more power to the back leg, turn on your core, use your core to help you open up just a smidge more, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, nice job. Spin the back foot down, inhale, warrior 2. Same thing on this side, adjust. So you can stack your front knee over your ankle in a way that feels sustainable since you know it's gonna be, bent like this for a while. You got it. And even here with your arms extended, thinking about shooting energy out the fingers, thinking about hugging the heels towards each other, how might you use your core here to support this powerful shape? Maybe it's a little more subtle and energetic. Take a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and then down, right arm up. If you are resting your left arm on your thigh today, see if you can use the pressure to find a slightly deeper twist. And then once you're there, use the back foot more for support. So activate through the thigh, through the glutes. And maybe you test to see how much you're really using your core strength by floating your left arm off the leg. Just noticing. Cool. Keep the lunge. You got it. Inhale, reverse warrior. I'm shaking too. You can do this. Take 2 full breaths here. See if you might soften through the neck and shoulders, even though the legs are working so hard. Inhale. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Great job. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna flow through now, just once, matching breath to movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink low. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the left hand. Inhale, twist. Exhale, low lunge. Spin the back foot down. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the lunge. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Nice. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Squeeze your left glute. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, twist. Lift the left arm. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep your core tight. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. You can lower to your knees, have a seat on your mat. We're going to actually be laying all the way down on our back to start a brief but delicious core section. You're going to do great. Okay. All of these are options, and any amount of effort is better than not trying. So even if you find these challenging or just like an exercise beyond what you're feeling like doing today, give them a try, take what works and leave what doesn't. We're gonna start with roll-ups. So make your way all the way down onto your back. And you can leave your feet on the floor, knees bent. A more advanced version of this would be legs all the way out. Do whatever you want. And so from here, keep your arms at your side, lay your head all the way down. You start by lifting up your neck and shoulders so your low back is squished down onto the mat, and then lifting yourself as much up as you can. You might find it's helpful to have your feet actually further away from you. And then when we go back down, curve through the back and go down. That's literally it. As you breathe in, smush the low back, then roll up. And as you go back down, you're leaning at an angle, keeping the back straight until you feel it's time to roll. This will be something kind of unique to each of our bodies. What's most important is that you move slowly so that you're not using momentum. You're using all of these different muscles through the body to do a very normal sort of activity that you might find yourself needing to do throughout the day. And maybe you want to try this with the legs out. If this is just challenging beyond a point that feels good to you right now, it's okay. Do what you can. And like, honestly, that's plenty. Do 2 more if you're still with me. Nice job. All right, when you finish your second one, do whatever sort of a stretch feels good to you. Maybe hug your knees into your chest. Maybe take a long banana stretch. Oh. All right, beautiful job. Next are lumberjacks, which is what I'm calling them. I don't know what they're really called. You're gonna lay down on your back, tabletop your knees. The more advanced version of this is to have your legs straight, but for now we'll start with tabletop knees. Clasp your hands together, and I like to just release one finger like a steeple grip, but you could do this however you want. As you inhale, lift your shoulders up so you're right here in the middle. And then as you exhale, you're gonna shoot off to one side. You're like, pew, lumberjacking down a tree. And if you want, you might extend the other leg long. Good, and you come back to center. Your next exhale takes you to the other side. And we're chopping down trees. They're already dead trees. We're not hurting any trees. This is not big lumber. We're just here. I didn't really think this through, guys. I don't want to condone mass deforestation, but I find this a really helpful visual. Whenever I do bicycles and I'm thinking about twisting to the side, if I don't have to use both of my arms, I'm probably definitely cheating. So just try this out. See what this feels like to you. If you want to try a version with a little more effort, keep both legs lifted and drop one of your long legs. You're doing amazing. Use your core strength to keep your low back squished to the ground. This also takes some of the pressure off your neck if you feel that you're really straining. How might you pull back like 10% so that it's not so much on the neck? If you're still with me, we got 4. We got 3. You're doing amazing, just for 2. Yes. And 1, even out your sides. Don't quit till you're really done. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Say, great job. So, great job lumberjacking down those trees. Those pretend trees that are not actually being harmed in real life. All right, we've got 2 more. These next ones are reverse crunches, which I'm just gonna admit to you are very strange, but I have found since starting to practice them, just like I feel much more stable through my low core in certain shapes. So for these, bring your tops of your fists to rest on the floor behind you. If this was a weights class, you might be holding dumbbells behind your head. And then let's just try it once together. Swing your legs up so that your knees hit your elbows or maybe your triceps. It's gonna like take a minute to be like, what is she talking about? And then, so these are definitely reverse crunches. Even I'm using a lot of momentum right now. I still feel this really working through my core. So if this is where you are right now, totally cool. I would say don't worry so much about using momentum. If you're using momentum to get up, think about controlling the movement down. You're still gonna get a great workout for your lowest abs here. If you're like, I'm doing this pretty easily, think about squeezing a towel behind both of your knees, and that will help you use less momentum. You're thinking about keeping the knees squeezed closed. All right, wherever you are, we're all just like a bunch of roly-polies on the ground right now. We're here for 4, trying our best for 3, just for 2. Give me one more. Give me one more of your best ones. You got it, and then release. You can let your limbs go long. You might hug your knees into your chest. You're doing so good. We have one more. Oh, a forearm plank. Not so bad. Meet me in a forearm plank when you can. Pardon me. And I picked forearm plank, not real plank, because I'm not a real sadist. We did a bunch of wrist stuff earlier. I'm not about to make you mess it up doing a million planks, but don't let forearm plank trick you. It's still real bastard. So engage your legs as much as you can. Squeeze your butt. Think about if you were wearing pants that had a belt buckle, lifting that belt buckle up toward your chest. If you need to lower down to your knees for a minute here and there to collect yourself, it's all good. With the arms, think about pushing them down into the ground, finding stability through the shoulders. Gaze straight down at your mat so you don't strain your neck. We're here for 4 more breaths all together. What can you do to bring more breath to this shape? Good. For 4, for 3, on your belly in 2, and 1, release down. Send your arms out to a T. Rest one cheek on the earth. You're doing amazing. Nice job.
They let you out of there. I'm a good person.
Cool. You're breathing, you're relaxing. Rest one cheek on the mat. Good, and then next we'll find shoulder pigeon, for which we're gonna roll onto each shoulder. We'll do, how about the left side first? Gently start to roll your weight over onto your left shoulder. Your legs might stay stacked on top of each other. Maybe one goes behind you. This is an opening across the front of your left pec and shoulder. Find what you need for this to feel good. Good, return to center. We'll find that on the other side. Start to make your way there whenever you're ready. Relax the muscles around the ones that you're stretching. Relax your hands and your fingers. Good, bring yourself back to center when you're ready. The last shape we'll do, excuse me, standing or from standing is traditional pigeon. If you prefer to take that as the figure 4 version on your back, you don't need to get up. But if you want to do pigeon together, meet me in downward facing dog when you can. Inhale, kick your right leg up. And as you exhale, draw right knee behind right wrist. Left, your right ankle comes across the mat. Find a way for this to feel good for you. The shin does not need to be parallel to the front of the mat. Weight should be equal in your hips. So if you notice that a lot of your weight is on your right hip, see if you might put something underneath your right butt cheek to help support you there. If you have a block or even like a balled up sweatshirt can help. I'll show you this on the other side so you can see. And then find whatever feels best. Enjoying this big passive stretch through the hips. Notice where you're holding tension. Can you take a big breath to that space and on your exhale, see if it might melt away. One option for giving yourself a self-assist in this shape is to bring one hand onto the right thigh, push the thigh down, and then roll it away from you. So you're kind of pulling on the skin, which brings a deeper stretch to the inner and outer part of the hip. 2 more breaths on this side. So when you're ready, start to press yourself up, unwind the right leg, send it back. If you want to counter stretch, you might open up the right hip again. We'll meet together in down dog in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, half pigeon. This time, the left ankle comes behind the right wrist. Adjust however you need. This side will be different than your other side. If you're feeling like a lot of your weight is in the left hip, give it something to prop up on. I like to use a block wedged underneath like so. Focus on making your exhales longer than your inhales, which signals to your body that it is okay to rest and relax, that you're safe, that nothing needs your attention but this stretch in this moment. If you want that same self-assist, you'll push down into your thigh, kind of pull it away from your body and then roll it out. Three more breaths. Start to unwind, pressing yourself back to downward dog in your own time. Finding a counter stretch if that feels good. We'll meet together in down dog in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Walk your hands back towards your feet. We'll take our forward fold standing and then seated on the ground. But here for gorilla pose, crawl your hands underneath your feet. So backs of your hands are on the floor. You're stepping onto your palm. Maybe you even wiggle your toes close enough to your wrist that you can apply a little compression and pressure. Maybe you wiggle them around for a freaky massage. You might use the pressure of hand against foot to pull yourself into a deeper fold, or you might just enjoy the pressure on your hand. Good. Stay here as long as you want. If you're ready to move out, remove your hands from your feet and make your way to a seated position, however is best for you. Then we'll find a second big forward fold, this one seated. So extend your legs long, flex your toes back towards you, wiggle the juicy parts of your booty out from under you so you can feel rooted and connected to the ground. Inhale, reach up high. And as you exhale, reach your heart forward. You can roll the spine, you can stay long. Maybe you give yourself a hug under your knees for a nice low back relief. You decide. Gently roll yourself back up to a seat. And then we'll just do one roll down on our way to the ground. So zombie your arms out in front of you and let yourself roll down one vertebrae at a time, as controlled as you can. Nice. Doggo when you reach the ground. Hug your right knee up and into your chest. Take a moment here to really squeeze the knee in, almost like you're trying to send it to your armpit. Think about stretching the left leg even longer on the mat. Breathe in, squeeze. And as you exhale, guide your right leg across your body, stack your hips, and let your torso unwind to a big twist. Send your breath to anywhere you're sensing holding or tension. Bring the right knee back to center, give it a squeeze. And then trade it out for the left leg. So squeezing the left knee up and in, stretching the right leg as long as you can. Breathe in and hug. And as you exhale, release and find the twist on the other side. If you feel any resistance in this shape, use a long and easy breath to bring softness. And hug your knee back in towards your chest. Give it a squeeze. Now bring the right leg up to meet it. Find happy baby. You might stamp your feet on the ceiling. You might grab for the backs of your ankles or your thighs. Play around with anything that feels good here. This is our last shape before we rest and breathe together in silence for a few moments. Nice job. When you're all done, hug yourself into a teeny tiny ball. Find one more sip of air, and then with your exhale, let yourself expand and open up into your final resting shape. If you want a little more support for the low back, bring your feet to the earth. You might knock your knees together. Otherwise, you might find human starfish shape. And while we're here, just resting and breathing and soaking up all the benefits of our practice, guide yourself part by part from the very top of your head down to your toes, noticing each body part and then letting it melt into a puddle on the floor. Starting with the very top of your head, you relax your scalp, the skin of the forehead, the sockets of your eyes and your nostrils. Let your tongue rest on the lower palate and soften even the root of your tongue. Feel the jaw soften. Notice any sensation through the back of the jaw and your neck. And when you reach your shoulders, see if you might feel them from the inside out. Notice your heart space and all the space around and within it. Notice any sensations of warmth or tingliness. See if you might send those sensations down both arms and into your hands. And just noticing any aliveness through the hands. You can continue this body scan on your own, just thinking about noticing and softening. And if you notice that your mind has drifted off, it is okay. As soon as you notice, find a big breath to welcome yourself back to your body. If you're feeling really good, really comfortable here, you should stay as long as your night allows. But if you're ready to be guided out, start to bring deeper breaths to the whole body. And let that breath start to inspire movement through the wrists, through the toes and feet, reawakening all the edges of the body. And when you feel ready, make your way to a big full body stretch, taking the time to notice all the space you've built in your body. Roll onto your favorite side for fetal pose. And then press yourself up nice and carefully to a tall and comfortable seat. We'll end our time together with 3 big breaths. Sit up nice and tall with a lifted heart. Take a big breath in through your nose. Feel your body filling up. And a big breath out your mouth, letting it go. Again, like that, breathing in. And breathing out. Last one, breathe in, biggest breath of all Wednesday. And the biggest breath out, choosing to leave behind anything holding you back, dragging you down. Bring your palms to touch at heart center, lift them up to the space between your forehead. May all beings everywhere be happy, healthy, safe, and free. I bow in gratitude to each of you for sharing this practice with us. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that you're feeling calm and strong and that your wrists feel good. Come back to those exercises anytime to keep injuries at bay. And also just for a release, if you're like, I've just been texting my mom constantly. Hi, Mom. We'll be back next Wednesday in the evening. So I hope to see you then. If you have requests, if you have questions, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Goodbye.